to click like, subscribe, the bell notification, and whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support us. What's up everyone, I'm the Kaishino Comic from the Toku and Animation News Network, and today I just wanted to talk about a convention that Kurlik and I will be attending possibly today or tomorrow depending on when I post this video, and that is Fan Expo Denver 2025. We've been going to this convention since 2016, we've been pressed since 2017, we're going again as pressed this time, and on one note, it's kind of bittersweet because this will probably be our last Fan Expo Denver for at least quite some time since we are moving to Florida. On the other hand, looking forward to it. It may not be our favorite convention, but there are still good times to be had every now and then from it. So they have some really good guests this year. They've got some good lineups. I don't go in wanting everyone's autograph. I usually restrict myself to 2, maybe 3 autographs. I figure since we're going in as press, we didn't have to pay for badges. Why not take that money that would have been spent to get a badge and put it towards getting an autograph or a photo with the guest so that the money still goes into the convention itself. With that said, this year there's a good round of guests. Kurlik and I are excited that we want to try to get a photo with Bruce Campbell. I would also love to get my Army of Darkness poster autographed. We'll see if that happens. I had intended that 2 years ago when Sam Raimi was there and we got the photo with him, but by the time I actually went to get an autograph, he had already left for the day, which was a bummer. However, we've got pretty good cast. Well, I'll say last year it was pretty awesome. Priscilla Presley was at the convention. We got to meet her, and I got my Tales from the Crypt book signed. Let's see if I can find it. If you know the channel or you know me, I am a huge Tales from the Crypt fan because, I grew up on this, and it is such a great show, one of the greatest shows ever. Here we go. For autograph. And this year's convention we've got John Rhys Davies, who was previously also in an episode Tales from the Crypt, so I'm hoping to get him to sign this as well, and another actor named Martin Cove, who again I'm gonna try to get him to sign this book. Ernie Hudson, sadly he was supposed to be at the convention this year. He had to drop out, which is disappointing because I really was planning to get his autograph in this book as well. So right now I'm hoping to get John Rhys Davies and Martin Cove. Of course, it'll depend on the lines because sometimes you just don't want to wait in line, especially when I have recordings to do, people in costume to record, interviews to take care of, all that good stuff. But I'm hoping to have 1 or 2 new signatures in this book. One of the greatest shows ever made. If you have never seen it, check it out. In fact, I wish... well, it doesn't matter anymore, but I do wish they would have had like a ton of actors from Tales from the Crypt come to the convention, especially when he was still alive, Miguel Ferreira, since he only died a few years ago. That would have been awesome, but it is what it is. They've got a couple actors from the Mummy series coming, from the 1999 Mummy series. They've got Brendan Fraser, the guy who played Jonathan, Oda Fear, who was also Dr. Fate in Justice League Unlimited, and Patricia Vasquez, something. She played Anok-Sunaman. They have John Boyega coming, Grant Gustin, who would be pretty cool, but he's only going to be there Saturday, so I don't think I'm going to have time to actually meet him. Plus, it's kind of expensive. Some of these autographs, I don't know how you guys feel, but sometimes autographs are just not worth the price. It's cool to meet these people, but paying like $100, $150 for their scribble just doesn't work for me. I know some people have no problem with it. Occasionally, like Stan Lee was an exception. And if there's multiple people that I'm paying $100 for, fine. But most of the time, $80 is kind of my stopping point for scribble. I have this weird thing about celebrities charging way too much when it's us that gets them famous. Whatever. I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, we've got William Shatner, who would be kind of cool to meet because he's in the Twilight Zone. I would love to meet him. I kind of would love to get him to sign something for the Twilight Zone, but let's see, what is 150? Yeah, I think I'll pass. But that he would be cool. I already talked about Bruce Campbell. Let's see, who else would be cool to meet? Well, Karelika really wants to meet Cassandra Peterson because she is a huge Elvira fan and really wants to meet her. Tim Daly would be cool. Let's see, George Newbern. I met him a few years ago at the convention. He was really nice. Michael Rosenbaum would be awesome because he is Flash in Justice League Unlimited. Let's see, the actor who played Shredder in the Ninja Turtles movie, Francois Chow. He's going to be there. He'd be awesome to meet. Let's see. We've got the people from Husband Hotel and Hell of a Boss are going to be there. Hudson James, who voices Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I'd love to chat with him. Sadly, we won't be there on Friday because it's the 4th of July, but he would be awesome to interview. But the convention only allows interviews on Thursday and Friday. And that's even if he would be willing to do an interview. Let's see, who else do we have? Anime guest Colleen Klinkenbeard, Eric Vale, Clifford Chapin, Todd Habercorn, Ian Sinclair, Sonny Strait, Justin Cook, Kyle Phillips. Anime After Dark guests. What does this mean? Because it says Ian James Corlett's going to be there. Let's see. And then there are a couple comic book artists that I'm going to try to interview. One of them will be Dwayne Dwan, a local artist here in Colorado named Dave Dwan, who we've interviewed a few times. I will see him at the convention. And hopefully not spend too much money. Because obviously we're moving, so we can't spend too much money on stuff we don't actually need. We have all these posters that we haven't even gotten frames for from the last several years. So because the way we had to pack them up, we're like, okay, maybe we should just stop buying prints and things for quite some time because we really don't need it. Although I will say, if they were to, the one guest I wish they would have is Chris Claremont. I've been wanting to meet him for so long since I started reading his X-Men run back in 2016, which I did just finish not too long ago. His entire 15-year run for X-Men. Oh, greatest comic book run ever. But yeah, so are you coming to Fan Expo Denver? If so, who are you looking forward to meeting? Or what are you looking forward to seeing? Let us know in the comments. Click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support us. You can support us on Bluesky and Patreon at tokuaannetwork, Network, Facebook, Instagram, Discord at Kaiju no Kami. The website is creativitybydesignllc.com. You can buy cool Kaiju no Kami merchandise at creativitybydesignllc.com/shop. There's a link in the description below. It should also be connected to YouTube directly. There's also a GoFundMe to help both the channel out survive for another 10 years and a GoFundMe for some health purposes. And if you see me at the convention or you see Krolika, feel free to say hi. Until next time, bye.